Right, so regulation of cryptocurrencies in Africa. Today I'm going to speak about what you need to know, right? So I did a bit of research regarding regulation overall across all major countries in Africa that are at least looking into cryptocurrencies or doing something about it, right? So first country, of course, South Africa. But just before I move into that, there's actually many governments that are considering regulation, right? But it's just that many are just finding, or rather, they're trying to find the most effective and the most appropriate way to actually regulate it and, of course, allow people to use it. So, but yeah, South Africa is the first one. They were quite progressive with approaching the entire cryptocurrency saga, right? So they didn't immediately ban it. They didn't actually even um, cancel any kind of usage of it across the country. But however, the South African Reserve Bank, they even announced that there's a new cryptocurrency regulatory proposal. So they're actually working with policymakers with regards to how can they protect, at least try and protect people that are, attracted to these things, or people that are now starting to use cryptocurrencies and using these exchanges to trade and all of that. And we all know that one of the two South Africa cryptocurrency exchanges, Luno and Vala, were actually, because they use FNB. FNB was their partner, so all of their profits and all of their money basically was held in that bank account, right? So, but then the bank said they're going to remove them as their partners, so they should quickly find a new bank because of the financial law, what the law says, right? But yeah, the government said that they're going to apply normal income tax rules to cryptocurrencies. I think it already shows that they are accepting cryptocurrencies, but they're just being cautious with the entire approach, right? Next country is Egypt. And of course, January 2018, there was a huge ban by the government, said that no one should actually trade cryptocurrencies or Bitcoin. And then last year in May, they of course unbanned it. And now, as we speak, around late 2019, the Egyptian government is now considering actually issuing their own cryptocurrency in their own national currency. So that's quite cool. And then another country, one of the coolest countries, in my opinion, Ghana. In January 2018, the Bank of Ghana actually issued a note against, or rather a notice against the use of cryptocurrencies, right? And so they were just warning people that no, this thing is not regulated. People are exposed to risks. And yeah, but then late last year, around October, November, uh, the governor, Ernest Addison, I think I said that right, Ernest Addison, at a banking conference, actually made an announcement that they're about to introduce a central bank digital coin. So basically, Ghana is also about to develop their own country's cryptocurrency, obviously under the national currency, right? So that's quite interesting. And then another cool country, Kenya, also the government actually released a very serious notice that there is no regulation to protect users in existence. So therefore, no one should use this. But then they went on further to say that cryptocurrencies, they are anonymous and they're actually used for criminal activities. So they were actually pushing towards banning it, telling people to stop using it. But eventually, the Kenyan government started then also starting a regulatory sandbox, basically like a protected technology to try and test and bring about their own digital coin as well. Same with Lesotho, basically, but Lesotho and Kenya, basically the government said the same thing, and also that no one is licensed. So the Lesotho government said that no one can ever participate in either introducing an exchange in the country because no one had a license. And then Mozambique, this one was actually quite funny because the way they described Bitcoin was quite interesting for me. I have a quote where it says, where the Mozambican government says, a decentralized and convertible virtual currency called Bitcoin is circulating in the national territory. For me, it sounds like it's something that's, how can I say, something that's intruding, something that's actually unknown, and it's just there to destroy. But basically, they were also banning it, they were against it, and there isn't actually much more information. I haven't found any more information regarding what's the way forward from this year. But then the last country being Zambia, the government said the government actually did not ban it, but they said an exchange must operate within whichever cryptocurrency exchange or cryptocurrency that's being launched. It should operate within the Securities Act, and of course also register with the commission. So they kind of also welcomed it, but they said if you want to introduce those kind of businesses in our economy, you have to follow the rules. So you can see that many governments, some started first with banning it, some welcomed it immediately, and some are still completely, I think, behind basically. But overall, I see a huge adoption, or rather a huge wave of adoption that's coming, right? Because as much as maybe some people still depend on the old traditional systems, eventually technology is going to take over. We all know what Facebook was trying to introduce with their Libra coin last year, which of course a couple of companies have pulled out, but it clearly shows that this thing is not going to end. JP Morgan also are looking heavily into issuing a coin, so it's crazy. And yeah, so that's it for Africa. And let me know if you guys know any other countries and what with regards to regulation, what's happening. You can always just comment down there and then we'll have a chat. And yeah, I'm done for today. See you guys next time. Best.